Okay. So net her. Okay. Hi guys, today we are having our first live session. I'm Nelmarie, I'm the franchisor of Smartschool Academy, and we are here today with Anche. She is the business owner of Smartschool Academy George. Hi Anche.
Hello guys, I'm Anche.
Anche, it's been raining here in Pretoria where I am for the last 3-4 days. How's the weather in George?
Yeah, well, it was raining yesterday, but it's better today, but it will probably rain later. It's 4 seasons in one day, yeah, so I won't be surprised.
Which is George for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anche's school just started a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
What do you feel is 2023 gonna bring for you?
Well, so far so good. There's some ups and downs, but I think for the 3rd year now going on, it's stronger every year. So I'm positive. We will see what happens. You never know what happens. Every day is a new day. But yeah, so far so good. Running around, but if you run around, you know it's busy, so that's good.
Yeah, I definitely feel 2023 is going to be a great year for all of us.
Yes, definitely.
What do you love most about Smartschool?
Well, the thing I obviously the most love about Smartschool is the kids, to see them every day. They just bring a smile on my face, and not just mine, also my teachers. So to see them in a happy environment, well, that's a good thing to see every day.
And then since we are at the beginning of the year, what do you feel is your vision for your Smartschool for 2023?
I want to let the children have a safe environment to do their work in, and well, that is a vision from the start. But for this year, just to grow and learn every day more and more about Smartschool and how the things work, so that we can adapt to all kinds of people, and yeah, make it a nice environment for them.
Now, when I was in school, math was my favorite subject. Can you still remember back in those days, what were your favorite school subjects?
Well, I don't think I actually had a favorite one, but if I have to say, I will probably say Afrikaans. Yeah.
Yeah, the language. My Afrikaans is as delicious as my English.
Well, my English is not that good, so well, I can do it on paper, but the speaking is not all that.
Yeah.
All that
But I guess that is what's making Smartschool such a great family as well. You know, where you are great in Afrikaans, me and math, we have English teachers as well, and we get together as a community, as a Smartschool nation, and to assist each other.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. What would you say does success mean to you?
Success to me means in the business that you are happy with what you have, and you are stable, you know, not stressing to go to work the next day and think, oh, how am I going to do this? If you know that what you're doing and you're happy with what you do, and the people around you is happy, I think then you will succeed. But I think success is a hard thing to say what it is, because for every person it's different. But for me, is to be stable and happy in what's happening. Yes,
I do agree, and I feel part of your success is that you are able to enroll kids from all schools. Can you tell us a little bit what schools is close to your franchise in George?
Yes, so mostly of my afternoon study kids is from preparatory school and Otaniqua Primary School. And then I do have some children from George South, and then also Otaniqua High School. That's mostly of the schools around me, and then also Holy Cross. But yeah, the other schools are a bit far, but I do get clients from there, but only like 1 or 2. So I think for this year, I will do more marketing on that side to see, but the transport is always a thing. but luckily we do have to go George buses, so that helps a lot.
Definitely. And I think all the programs that you run at Smartschool also helps to have the community as all inclusive. Can you tell us a little bit about what programs you run at Smartschool?
Yeah, so we do have the afternoon study, which is then for the homework and extra work and also preparations for exams and tests. And then we have the extra classes that is mostly for your high school kids, when they want like only the 2 hours a week for the maths or accounting or science. Well, it depends on what subject they want some more hours in. And then we do the homeschool assistance in the morning. Yes, so we do have different programs also for that.
That's good. So what I understand is every single child in George you would be able to accommodate.
Yes.
So that is great news in that sense.
No,
and
we
then
have things we do.
Yeah. I also heard that you have a math and a brand new science teacher where the kids can actually come and attend class in person. Can you tell us a little bit more how those classes work?
Yeah, so the math teacher is a long time with us now. He's very good in what he does, so they can come in for the 2 hours a week, and then it's one-on-one time they have with the math teacher. The science teacher, I'm still talking to him, but I do have the online option for the science. Yes.
Yeah. Which is also good, because there we get a little bit more flexibility with kids being able to attend in person at your location, or we also offer the online services as well, which once again just show that you are so all inclusive for all of George's clients.
Yes, no, definitely.
So you also spoke about afternoon study. Can you tell us a little bit about how the program works and what do the kids actually do in afternoon study?
So what they do is they come after school, and then they eat quickly something, and then we will start with the day. First, we will start with our homework. So I always tell them to first get out your homework book. That's the most important, so we can see what homework must be done. Then we start with homework, and so we go through the homework. If they struggle, they put up their hand, and each child get individual attention on what they are struggling with, because not everybody struggles with the same thing. And then if the homework is done, then we will do some extra work. We call it a yellow file. In there is some extra work for Afrikaans, English, and maths. And then, yes, if there's tests coming up or exams, then we'll start with the summaries and preparations for that, rather than the extra work then.
Okay, no, that sounds really great. And what I do like is after the kids are done with the homework, that you actually do the file work that you talk about, where there's additional exercises. And I assume you do that to get them to improve their marks.
No, definitely. So in the homework, you can see what they are struggling with. And if you see they struggle that day, for example, with long dividing, which is a big thing in the afternoon study classes, then we will do the extra work, yes.
Okay. And then if I'm correct, you also studied to be a teacher.
Yes, I did.
Okay. What made you decide to become a teacher?
Well, I'll say from a little girl, I wanted to become a teacher. I can remember my grade 3 teacher was my favorite. So I think maybe it was her, make me interested in that. And yeah, from that time, I told my mother and my father that I want to become a teacher one day. And there was nothing else. I don't know if there wasn't teaching on earth, I don't know what I would do. And it's nothing else I want to do. So.
Well, it's lovely that you have such a passion for teaching as well, and I'm sure that's why the kids adore you. I've seen some of your referrals from your clients, and it is amazing. They just love teacher Anche. Do you have 1 or 2 success stories from your clients that you would like to share with us?
Yes, I had a maths grade 10 who started with us, and it was grade 11, and his marks was not that good when he started, and he was very negative. And then in matric, when he wrote his final exams. He came to us in January or February when they got their marks, and he was running in here and he was like, yeah, I made it, and actually got between 70 and 80% for his maths. Yeah, and he jumped from like a 40. So I think that's definitely one of them. And then I think it's just mostly when they just approve, and when they come in with the school reports, we're on report day and they like come running up the stairs and with the smiling faces and the mother is crying and you're like, okay, I did a good job here.
That's good. And I think that is part of the satisfaction, being able to share in that joy as well, and that achievements of the kids as well.
Yeah, and then you also feel successful after that, because then you think, okay, we had a successful year. If you have 100%, and everybody's had a good academic year, then you feel good.
Definitely. And it helps to get you through those days that's a little bit more difficult as well, to know that
we get the difficult days, yeah.
and then you can look back in those moments and say, okay, we actually make a difference. Just hang on there today.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. So Anche, if you want to talk us quickly through a general day, if you would say, how does a normal day look for you?
Okay, so we will start at 7 o'clock. Smartschool, we open the doors, put on the lights, open some windows for fresh air for the kids to get the brains working. And then the homeschool kids will come in, they'll start with their work. We help them, assist them through all the homeschool work that they are doing and what they have for the day to do, explain the work with them if they do not understand, but they also get online classes, so we just there to assist them through that. And then after that, the first children will come at 12 o'clock. It's a grade R's, and then at 1 o'clock, it's the grade 1s. So then the afternoon study starts. So most of them come at 2, the primary school kids, and then in between the afternoon study classes, there's an extra classes running as well in a different area of the building. And so in the afternoons, 2 things running, but my extra class teachers can run that mostly on their own at this moment. So that helps a lot.
Yeah, and it helps that you are very good at administrating everything as well.
Yeah. No, it's you have to have a schedule and make sure that there's not 2 classes at one and all of that. So
I can imagine you have to keep track of everything.
Oh no, definitely.
So I also heard that you like to travel. Is there one thing that you will never leave home with while you're traveling?
I will say definitely my toothbrush. I think that's also the thing that many people leave at home because you don't also always think about that. But you can also buy one, but you like your own toothbrush. So yeah.
I think for me it's my pillow. I feel I can still sleep on a different bed, but if I have my pillow with me, then I'm comfortable. Is there any places that you want to visit in 2023?
Well, I don't know yet. I can't actually decide. So I will see. Yeah. I will see. Well, I'd like to travel with someone. So I also hear what they want to do, and maybe we can do like an in-between or something.
Okay. So I'm available if you want to take me with. We'll see. But then also I assume running a Smartschool franchise, there would be some challenges that you faced. Can you tell us about maybe a challenge that you faced and you were thriving moments after the challenge?
Well, I will start with COVID. I opened up in 2020, so I was.
You were open for 2 months, I think. Yeah.
And then COVID came, and lockdown came, so I was stressing. And then I hear all the businesses closing, and I'm like, well, it's businesses that are open for 10 years or more, and I'm open for 2 months, and the enrollment is not that big yet, and everything. So that was a lot. But with all the support in that, I made it through, and I think that will be the thriving moment when it's actually coming back now. it take a long time to come back on the feet again and everything, but yeah, it's going well at this moment. So
yeah, I definitely agree with you. If you tell any business person out there, it takes about 3 to 5 years to establish any business. And if you
yes.
tell someone, I was 2 months old and then COVID came and we survived and we were able to stay open, that is pretty
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, it was hard, but we made it.
Yeah, at least I remember those days. It was nail biting days.
Yeah, definitely.
So after the experience that you went through, what is your expectations that you have for your teachers at Smartschool?
Well, they just have to come every day and give their best. Everybody may have a hard day and all of that, but I think it's hard to not smile when the kids is around you. But I want them just to give their best and let all communication lines be open. If there's something that you are struggling with or something that you want to ask, it must be an open relationship. And, teachers can be sometimes be hard on themselves and on each other, but I don't want that. I want us to support each other and ask for help when you need help.
Yeah, it is difficult because teachers, I feel, is always seen just it's a morning job, but there's so much pressure on a teacher because we're actually shaping the future leaders of our country. So I think in that sense, there is a lot of pressure on teachers, and keeping that line of communication open is always a good way for you as your team to get your team together as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then being so close to the beach, I'm pretty sure some of your clients like to go to the beach instead of coming to afternoon study. Is there some interesting people or maybe an interesting story that you have to tell for us?
Yeah, so I will say the most interesting people you met is the children. And, for me, coming from the Free State, when you have to go to school, you go to school, or when you have to go to afternoon study, you go. But mostly on a Thursday or a Friday in January and February, they like writing tests and it's exams and they're not coming, and you stressing, but they don't stress and they come the next night, like, where were you now on the beach? I'm like, okay, did you enjoy it? How did the test go today? So, that is, there's a lot of things to do around here, like hiking trails, and the kids love to be outdoors. So for them to be every day in the building, it gets hard for them. So when they go to the beach, I just leave them. I just will tell them now to not do it when you write a test or in exams. Like, do it maybe in the beginning of a term on a Friday and not in the middle of the week. But yeah.
But how do you get the kids to stay motivated, and how do you as a teacher motivate the kids as well?
Well, I see that mostly most of them get motivated to get good marks. So when one child in the class get a good mark, I will say, he got good marks because he's doing his summaries and he's doing what he has to do. So that motivates them to also do it. But you do get children that get not motivated by that because they hate school and they're not there. They don't want to be here. Not just because it's Smartschool, because it's work. So that is what it's about for them. So you can mostly just make it in a playful way for them to learn, and maybe tell a story with that work. And that's also a way to remember the things better, is to repeat and maybe tell it in a story way or with someone they know. Then it's like a light bulb going on.
Definitely. My next question would have been, why should learning be fun? But you just answered it. It helps to get the light bulb go on.
Yeah.
So now I know it is Friday and I want to go get back in my bed, but we should keep it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why do you think learning and education is important for the kids?
Well, it's mostly for their future, to have a bright future, to go and maybe study something or do a diploma or a course in what you are interested in. And if you have education, I think then you feel safe and you know things about the world. So yeah, I think it's mostly just to have a bright future.
Definitely, and it fits in with Smart School, because we would like to say that at Smart School we can turn every child's C's and D's into A's and B's so that they can apply to any university of their choice. And I think that is the culture that you are fostering there in George at your Smart School.
No, definitely. It's the same with that matric got with the maths results. So he wasn't applying to any university because of his marks, and he was too shy to be rejected. And when his marks came back, he was so sad because he wasn't applying, and it was actually went very well with him. So.
Yeah, but hopefully he now knows that he is worthy, and I think that is the thing. We do get a lot of kids, as you said, that they are so demotivated, they hate school, and that is what you do. That's what Smart School stands for, to get those kids, to motivate them and to make them understand that they are actually worthy of a future. They are actually worthy of becoming someone and something important in life.
Yes, definitely.
So what would you say is your relationship between the parents and the teachers at Smart School? Because obviously you deal with the kids on a daily basis. What would you say is your relationship with the parents?
I will say it's very good relationship. Well, every day when the parents come fetch their children, mostly of the younger ones, the teacher will go to the door and explain what happened that day to the mother or the father or the family member who's picking them up, to explain to them, and maybe writing a test on Friday, like today, just to review again the words at home, and just to keep them updated. So we see that the parents like it to be updated and how is it going with the children. Yes, and I will, if I don't see the parents, I will send a message and tell them, okay, so this happened, this book wasn't here maybe today, so just see if it's at home so that they can get the homework done. Yes, because it's important when that child goes to school tomorrow that everything is done. But it do happens that the books is not here sometimes. So you do have to communicate in that way as well.
Yeah, definitely, because, you know, Smart School takes over such a big role regarding the homework and the education. And the moral is that we take care of the education of the child, the homework, the test, and then once the kid gets picked up, they have family time, so they can get back to quality family time that I think is missing at the moment. So that's good that communication is there for parents as well, so that they are still clued up with the child's education, even though we take care of them in that sense.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So Anche, I want to say I'm very proud of you, and I'm so glad that you are part of the Smart School franchise team, and good luck for you in George, and may all your dreams and wishes for 2023 come true, and we really do wish you the best.
Thank you, Naomi. I appreciate it.
All right. And for everyone that watch us live, thank you very much. Next week, Friday, I will be speaking to Miss Milane from Smart School Bloemfontein. So hopefully every Friday from now on, we can share a little bit of Smart School with all of you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Ek dink ons het gestop.
Is dit klaar?
Ja. Okay. Ja, okay, ons is gestop. Okay, awesome. Anche, ek dink dit het baie goed gegaan, hoor. Okay. Dit is 'n bietjie stresvol.
Ja, maar anders word dit soos
ek het val oor my woorde. Okay, ek het vir jou die link opgesit op die franchise groep. Ek sal ook nou gaan kyk hoe lyk dit, en dan gaan ek vir jou hom boost. Laat hy hom so 'n bietjie op Facebook vir jou advertise en so aan.
Ja, dankie nou, maar ek wil by jou hoor, want ek sukkel om 'n assessor te kry. Want
ek het al gevrou. Okay. Ek het al gevra, sy's net so 'n bietjie stadig.
ja, nee, dit is reg. Ek wil sê dis 'n lysie, dalk kan ek daai mense kontak, al moet ek nou maar daarvoor betaal want die kinders se goed raak agter.
Okay.
Want ek gaan dit sommer alles op een dag hou, maar soos ek sê, hulle goed raak agter.
Okay. Ek gaan nou via WhatsApp
wat ek moet invul vir die 2 graaddiens.
Ek gaan nou gou via WhatsApp. Lyk my sy is
Ja,
nou so
ek
stadig.
laat sy net maar oor die naweek dit doen. Ek wil net kyk dat ek volgende week dit net het.
Ja.
Want dit stuur my op hierdie homeschool.
Okay. Dit is 'n stadige, daar's baie papierwerk. Ek voel dit is soos instuur. Dit is so, maar ons is besig met dit. So.
Ja, okay. Nee, dit is reg. Dankie.
Okay, alright. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye Anche.